Hi, my name's Barry Crampton. Today I'm going to show you around our Ford Ranger Wildtrak, then I'll take you for a ride in it, but first I'll tell you a little bit more about it. It's a 3.2 TDCi Wildtrak double cab pickup. It's automatic, four-wheel drive, 2017 on a 66 plate, has done 55,516 miles, 2 registered owners from new. Fuel consumption, urban 24.8 miles per gallon, ex-urban 38.7 miles per gallon, and combined is 32.1 miles per gallon. It has a 0 to 60 time of 10.6 seconds, a top speed of 108 miles per hour out of 197 brake horsepower, 5-cylinder 20 valve engine. Has the cab on the back, power folding door mirrors, the side steps, diamond cut and dark silver multi-spoke alloys with Continental cross contact tyres on. The big Ranger front grille in charcoal metallic, real nice contrasted car. The door mirrors are finished in the same metallic paint as well, so it's a bit of an eyeful. Has a big 3.2 engine underneath the bonnet. Rear privacy glass to the back windows and the cab here. This window here looks like it flips open just right at the back, giving it some ventilation in the back there. Got the light guards at the back here. Tow bar, single socket, reversing sensors. We've also got somewhere, just trying to look where it is. We have got, there, just under there, reversing camera too. It's got 2 heated rear screens. This is heated, and the passenger cab, that's heated too. So again, they've thought of everything there. Nice heavy duty load liner here, so it's also ribbed, so it makes it easier to slide things in. Big heavy tailgate, I've got to say. The back seat here, there's a little tab. Let's just pull that forward. You can see behind there is your jack and wheel brace. So put that back. I've put my seat forward a little bit, not a whole lot, but only so I could get in easier. I would have been able to. Rear headrests. They just, if you have them down, they just sit right in the middle of your back if you're an adult, but give them a bit of a dig and they're in perfect position. Isofix rear child seat anchor points. There's a secret to undoing this rear centre armrest. If you pull hard, it's not so easy, but this actually pulls a catch. So if you put your arm there, then pull the catch, stop the thing trying to pull against it, it comes down really easy. Strange design that, and to be fair, it's I wouldn't have thought it would come down anyway, but there you go. Got rear carpet mats. Here we've got, oh, that's a plug, so they must have an inverter. That's a 3-pin plug there. Looks like it's the wrong way up to me, but there you go. And a 12-volt power socket. This orange material in the centre matches the bright outside, and then this, I don't think it's leather, it'll be man-made leather, but it's a nice finish in the back. Plenty of room too. I'll just take you for a ride in it, and I'll be glad to get in because it's freezing out here, and this has got a great heater. At least it did have on the way up. Two keys, foot on the brake, proper blade. Turn the engine on, and that's it. I can dispense with my gloves, I think.
Why, flicking the groomer file closed.
It's pretty cold up here this morning, but I'm sure when the sun comes out it will be beautiful again. Just show you the service history. So 11th of the 5th, 2018 at 12,461 miles, John Atherton Autos. 1st of the 10th, 2020 at 34,286 miles, John Atherton Autos. 26th of the 5th, 2021 at 40,921 miles, John Atherton Autos. 12th of the 1st, 2022 at 49,819 miles, John Atherton Autos. But anyway, what would you use this for? It's an ideal work vehicle. It's an ideal work and home vehicle. Work during the week, or probably if you're a car salesman, 7 days a week. Or, you know, and then family, it's clean enough inside, or if you can keep it clean enough inside, keep all your tools and your equipment, any load carrying that you need, it's away in the back there. It doesn't intrude into the cabin, so it's all nice. Automatic as well. We've got heated seats, we've got reversing camera there. You see the tow bar. Funny, I always think pickups tend to be a little bit bouncy, and I've said before, when you think about it, it's got to be sprung, and the suspension has got to work with 5 people in and a load of stuff in the back, probably just as good as it works with 1 person in. So when there's just 1 person in, I think they tend to be springy. But having said that, when I pulled on here this morning, this car park, as you can see, is quite uneven. But obviously, there's plenty of there's plenty of ground clearance on this vehicle. And there's like a big rock here. Let's just see. Yeah, I managed to hit it. Big rock in the middle of the car park. So I get the suspension, and I get that with just me in, it feels a little bit bouncy. But it's also got to feel perfect with 5 people in. So, you know, I mean, unless they started fitting adjustable suspension and everything, then it's just a compromise. But it's a nice vehicle. I've come up the motorway this morning. We've got cruise control. Nearly got a pheasant then too, as well as cruise control. Cruise control, you switch the cruise control on there with that switch, and then you set it with either of those two, and you can alter your speed or set your speed by using the plus and minus. Nice high seating position. So on roads like this suspension's pretty good. We've got power folding door mirrors. There's the control for adjusting the mirrors. That's for the power folding. Got quite a complicated. The switch is here for the hot and cold, and I always say, when I see climate control and there's all these LED screens with, you know, what the temperature is, and I always think, you know, why do you have a screen like that? If you're too cold, you knock it up, and if you're too hot, you knock it down. But this morning when I got in this car, whoever had it before, it was set to Fahrenheit, and I couldn't get the temperature right. I mean, it's normally set at 22, I think, or the temperature that you're supposed to be most comfortable in a car in is 22 degrees centigrade. I couldn't get it right. I kept fiddling about. I had no idea. So I take that back now. I do need to know. I can't just be hot, move it by up and down, hot and cold. I have to know what temperature in centigrade it is. So anyway, I managed to find it in the good thing with Ford is usually things are simple to use. I'm not so sure about the sat-nav, but I've done a video on how to use it. That's the climate control. You do have the temperature down here, up and down, and your fan and so on. You've got heated front screen as well, which is a godsend, and it certainly was this morning. It was a bit frosty this morning. So that's the climate control screen. Then you have to go back to home. So climate, entertainment's there. It's Bluetooth hands-free.
Maybe a bit.
Bluetooth audio streaming, as you could hear then. Again, to go back to the other screens, you've got to click home. You've got phone up at the top and then navigation here. Just got to agree. I'm just going to give it a beep here. No beeps back, but that still doesn't mean there isn't a lorry coming around at 100 miles an hour. So here we go. The lights are on auto, I think. That's the sat nav. Down here is your four-wheel drive controls. You can knock the gear selector over or the gear stick and then change down like so, and change up by pulling back. But drive, just automatic is fine for me. Just in case you forget what model you've got. It's on the seats as you get in, outside. It's a nice bright car. You'll certainly be able to see it in a car park. You won't forget where you've put it. Your dash display, left there, you see you've got your sat nav display in it. However, if you click that,
9/10 of a mile on the current road.
That'll give you audible or audio directions, but then you can change it. That's navigation. You can have it on phone display, like so, or knock it back. An entertainment display, it tells you what's on the radio. Navigation is obviously better, I think, even though you've got a big screen there. Then on the right screen, if I knock that back like so, comes onto, you can have the display mode. Just going around the corner, knock it down, trip computer, fuel economy. Just click it on fuel economy for a second, and that's giving you your average reading and instantaneous. See, they're going uphill, and then as soon as we let our foot off the accelerator, we're up to where we want to be. So just knock it back. Driver assist. So driver assist, tyre monitor, chimes, AdBlue. Go back again. Go back up to display mode. Click on display mode. So that's telling me how many miles. That's telling me how many miles I've got before I need to fill up. If I click down, that's the rev counter. Down again, that's changed the fuel gauge from just fuel to fuel and coolant temperature. Click down again, speedometer, and back to distance to empty. So all the information that you need really. Your heated seat is around there somewhere. I can't just take my eyes off the road at the moment, and I can't just exactly remember where it is. There it is. So that's a heated seat, and it's quite toasty as well, so that's good. On the bottom there, that's your radio controls and telephone. It's just nice. There you go. Electric windows. I do like the driving position in these, and it is probably ideal for me really. The dark windows help. Nobody can see what's in the back really. The back windows, I don't think you get too much benefit from the side windows. And it's not like anybody's going to travel in there unless perhaps, would you put a dog in the back there? I don't know. Electric seats, like so. I'll just pull off here, and again we'll give you a bit of an idea about the suspension, because there's a big dip there. So whereas I'd think twice about pulling on here in the car, I wouldn't think twice in this. At the bottom there. So that's height. It's just height adjustable. We've got some Extinction Rebellion sheep here. Oh, this one's got a limp. They almost indicate with their ears. Evolution. I'm going left. Strange how they both did that. There's two USB sockets there. I think there's an SD card and a line in, so auxiliary in. Big butch looking thing on the outside. Plenty of room for 5 people. Big pothole back there. Think if there's anything else. So that's your normal screen, your display. That's your normal screen, the display. It's showing you there. My phone's connected, the battery, what is on the audio, what I'm listening to. I've got my heated seat on there, and also the direction, the next turn I need to make. So that's the home screen. It's pretty good. could kill for a bacon egg butty this morning. Front central armrest. Now then, is that, does that lift up? It must lift up. It does lift up. What's in there? I don't know what that is, but it's heavy. They look like fastenings of some sort, so I'm just going to put them back. That's quite a good example there. I'm not sure whether you'll be able to see it from this camera, but that car would have been obscured completely behind that kind of undergrowth. I could just see the top. I could just see it coming from this elevated seating position. Five-cylinder 20-valve engine. It does have a. The five-cylinder has a kind of sound all to itself. When you're used to even numbers of cylinders, and then you get a 3 or a 5, the 3 obviously feels like it's missing. Every time I get in one, I think, oh, there's a plug lead off this. But no, it's just me being stuck in the past. Having said that, for some reason also, the 3 cylinders and the 5 cylinders, for some reason, having an odd number of cylinders, they seem to me to rev better. There is a little bit of body roll again, as you'd expect. You need it to roll rather than bump over everything when you're going, certainly when you're going off-road. You don't want everything to be a shock. We've got some little fezzies in the road. Maybe a Roadrunner. It's gone. It's a bit miserable. Certain death corner 2. Reversing out of there must be absolutely awful. I think I'd be reversing in if I was them. It's going to be too much to ask for the burger van to be here, but it's going to have to be a visit to Chipping Farm Shop, I'm afraid. My stomach's going to start rumbling any second. Right, back to the car, not my eating habits. What else? Got the orange stitching on the dash. Yeah, the material is softer than it looks, actually. It's more premium than it looks. aluminium finished around the vents, and this kind of, is it carbon fibre look? I suppose it is, really. Oh dear. That's the view down into the valley. Lancashire Fire and Rescue Service, Prince's Trust, developing young people 16 to 25. If you could just teach them not to throw the McDonald's wrappers out of the car window, that'd be a great thing as well. Duchy of Lancaster, Whitewell Estate. We had one of our old vehicles, the Duke of Westminster's Discovery, a few months ago. Beautiful vehicle. We had people fighting for it. There we go. Big vehicle, easy to manoeuvre, nice big door mirrors, reversing camera, you can see everywhere. And everybody can see you coming. So I mean, that's another lovely vehicle. We've had it in a week or two, but I've just not been able to get out to video it. So I'm pretty sure that now when the video's online later tonight, this should go straight away. I mean, there'll be somebody out there looking for this. There we go. We'll go across the bumpy bit again. Look, there you go. Look at that travel. The world's your lobster. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.